All right. Hey everyone, STT here. It is Monday, which means it's time for Pokemon. This week we are taking a short break from our Platinum Soul Lock, and instead we are going to Soul Silver with my Monotype Nuzlocke. We did play a little bit on the Memorial Day Super Stream. So if you're wondering, that's why this is titled Part 18. I did put that as part 18. Yes, part 18. You didn't miss anything. Uh, well, if you jump from 17 to 18, you will miss the Memorial Day part. Um, but we're here now. Um, on the Memorial Day stream, we finished Victory Road and the rival fight, so we were almost set up to fight the Elite Four. And I guess if this is, in theory, going to be my finale, probably a good idea for me to explain some of this stuff, isn't it? For anyone just joining now, one moment here, I'm going to tune that down a little bit. That's better. Hang on. Do 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 do. Sure, why not? But yes, so for anyone who's joining at the finale here, this is Who Wants to Be Normal Anyway. It is a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Soul Silver where I've focused on normal types. Because, you know, one of the things about Nuzlocke is it forces you to use Pokemon you wouldn't normally use. And who uses normal types? So that's what I've done. There is a small twist to how I do it. Since your starter is never going to be a normal type, I've allowed myself one catch of every starter type, including the starter itself. So I started with Chikorita, I caught a Vulpix along the way, and although I didn't want to because everyone does it usually, I caught a Magikarp, turned it into a Gyarados. It was not the red Gyarados, even though I'm right here in Lake of Rage right now. I was doing some item fetching earlier. So I do have a Gyarados on the team, but it is not the red Gyarados. You can see I've done some training as well. This is the team that I have set. Oh, it would help if I was actually showing you the team. There we go. So this is the team that I have right now. James is my one non-normal type on the team. Even though I allowed myself to catch one of each starter type, I can only have one of those three on the team at any given point. Which was very interesting when I've been trying to navigate water areas with the proper HMs and still have a well-balanced team and things like that. So James the Gyarados has Waterfall. He does not have Surf, though. Surf is Pops the Lickitung. We'll just go in and I'll show you everybody. So here's Pops the Lickitung. He's got a Choice Scarf on. I may switch that up for the Elite Four. Pops is slow enough, the Choice Scarf isn't going to matter much. So actually, I almost will certainly be changing that. But yes, Pops is a special attacking, physically defensive Lickitung. I wanted to give him Toxic, but you can't get that until after the Elite Four. So, what you gonna do? Next up, we have Misty the Togetic. Misty is essentially an OG. After I'm looking at this team, yeah, Misty is like the longest tenured member of the team here. Because you get the Togepi egg relatively early on in the game, and it's a normal type, so I can use it. But yeah, Misty's gone through some interesting iterations. Right now, you know, she's got a little bit of status and support with Yawn and Charm. Also has Extrasensory and Ancient Power, and you can see I've actually boosted Ancient Power's PP, just because it's a great move, and with a chance for all stat procs with Serene Grace on here. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, worthwhile putting the extra PP into Ancient Power. Here we have Ketsa the Dunsparce. And Ketsa's been an interesting one. Ketsa's been the hero of both the Azalea and Goldenrod gyms. With this almost unchanged moveset since Goldenrod. Between Glare, Defense Curl, and Rollout, we prevented Whitney's Miltank from doing any of its own rollouts and killed it with our rollouts. I mean, Ketsa was a boss. And I'm kind of hoping, even though, yeah, Ketsa doesn't have great stats, that Glare is something that I'm really hoping will help out in our Elite Four challenges here. Here's one of our biggest helpers on the team now, the one non-normal type. It's James the Gyarados. Obviously, as a Gyarados, physically attacking and specially defensive, which is an interesting development. If you were paying attention when I was doing Blackthorn, being specially defensive as a Gyarados helps a lot when you're taking non-stab electric attacks. We almost lost James to someone in Dragon's Den, but we survived. And here's going to be hopefully the other MVP of this Elite Four run, Masai the Girafarig. I'm definitely going to give Masai a different item. Either like Choice Scar, not Choice, Choice Specs, or a Magnet, or, you know, whatever to help boost some of these attacking moves. Masai also has agility in case I want it, but I mean, a speed of 104 makes Masai pretty fast already, so I might give Masai Choice Specs here. But Girafarig is just amazing when you take on the Johto Elite Four. Because you've got, you know, Shadow Ball for almost all of Will's team. You've got your Psychic attacks for Koga's team and Bruno's team. And I put Thunderbolt on to help out with Lance a bit. Not going to help much against Karen, unfortunately. But, actually, that's not even true, because Psychic can work on Gloom and Thunderbolt on Murkrow, although I'm not going to leave Masai in for Murkrow, because if you can see here, Masai's defenses are not great. But yeah, Masai offensively is going to hopefully be the MVP. We'll see how that goes. And last, but certainly not least, we have Rock Firo. Unfortunately, it's not Kenya, because I was dumb with how I handled Kenya. But yes, we've got the Sharp Beak here. Rock is even faster than Masai, only by a point, but faster, with a massive attack stat. Unfortunately, relatively low stats otherwise. So Rock can't really take a hit, but Rock can dish out some good damage. And Rock's Aerial Ace is actually the one thing that I think will help me take down Karen's Umbreon. So that's what we have as our team right now. I could, in theory, show off some of the other people that we have in the box to see all the work that we've done. But yeah, oh, I need to buy items, don't I? That'd be a good thing to do. And there's one more thing I should say before we go into the Elite Four. So for most Nuzlockes, they use level caps. Actually, I need to readjust the screen here now. Oh, there we go. Most Nuzlockers will use level caps so that you don't grind, you don't over level, and just make any fight easy. For most people, like for any given gym, your level cap is the gym leader's ace. And for the Elite Four, it's usually the fourth member's ace. So not the champion's ace, but the fourth member's ace. Because my Nuzlocke here is a normal type, normal monotype, with, you know, the small exceptions of the start or whatever's, I've given myself level cap +1 for everything. Karen's Houndoom is her ace. It is level 47. So, if you saw on the preview screen earlier, most of my team was somewhere between level 46 and 48. I can, in theory, bring everyone up to 48, but I kind of ran out of time. I wanted to do this stream as is. So we are just going to kind of run with that. I need to get some full restores here. Oh, I can't get very... Oh, I have a ton in the bag already. I'm pretty good there. We will... Hang on. Is there anything else I'm going to want to get? I mean, the Hyper Potions... could be better than the full restores here. I think they will be. I have none in the bag. If I max out, I don't want that many. We'll go for 10 of these, I think, and then we'll get 2 more of the full restores just to be safe. Yeah, that ought to do. I've got lemonades and full heals in the bag as well. So yeah, there was the chance of grinding a bit more, just so that everyone was at level 48 to start with, but I think we're doing pretty well. Because like the rest of Karen's team, I know her Houndoom is level 47, but I think like everything else is 44 and below, so my entire team already being at 46 seems okay. Let me actually start doing some item shifting here. So if we're starting off with Will, I could put choice specs, and I'm going to bring up, so Pokemon League, Johto, Johto League, let's see here. Of course, Bulbapedia is going to be slow, and I left you guys on a bad screen again, didn't I? Because in general, choice specs is going to be great for Masai. I just want to make sure that I won't want to switch attacks. And James is actually going to be getting... Oh, James does not have... Where is it? Where is it? Oh, hi, Picnicker Liz. Probably not much. Moo Moo Milk, yeah. I don't care about Moo Moo Milk. Thank you, though. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go into the PC, because I feel like someone has to have my EXP share. Wide lens. Miracle Seed Chart. Excuse me. Oh, good lord. Wide lens actually might be a good one to take for now, just in case. Does anyone have my EXP share? Did I not get the EXP share anywhere? Hang on a minute now. So here's the thing. Since Lance is obviously very difficult, I want to give the EXP share to James. But... if I don't have it, that's a problem. Acquisition. H2 Route 30 Mr. Pokemon. Alright, hang on a minute here. Did I just not do that? Let me just check. I should have the red scale, because I beat the red Gyarados. Okay, yeah, I have the red scale, and I don't have the EXP share. We're going to take a slight detour and fix that. Let's see, here's Route 30, yeah. Alright, we're going to speed fly through this. Battle's going to be annoying. If I had someone with cut, that would have been much easier to just go to that other city and get over. But this is going to be annoying for a moment. Oh, the sped up music is hilarious to listen to, isn't it? Hilarious and a little annoying, but we'll get there. Here we are. Red Gyarados. Yes. I also need to make sure I have the Never Melt Ice. I think James is already holding it. There we go. And James already holding Never Melt Ice. Yes, switch the 2 items. Who else do we want to change stuff with? Oh yeah, Pops. You want... I don't know what you want, actually. Do I have a Mystic Water for you? If I had like a Mystic Water or a Leftovers, those would be great. Amulet Coin, Wide Lens... I don't have either of those. Let's see, I have berries, right? I do have citrus. We'll give you a citrus just to have. Otherwise, I think everyone has good items for now. I'll get this pink apricot while I'm here, just because I can. Alright. Alright, now I think we're ready. Oh boy. Elite 4, huh? Oh, I did want to check Will. Just to make sure that, just to make sure that I am fully confident in whatever. So, what's Masai scared of? The very first Xatu does no U-turn. And Masai is not super fan of those moves, physical moves, I should say. So I might lead off with James for that first Xatu. Masai is not really worried about Jinx. Masai is not really worried about Slowbro, although that Amnesia might get in the way. Gyarados knows Bite. Oh, and that Slowbro knows Curse as well. We need to get rid of that thing quickly. Exeggutor, yeah, nothing scary there. The second Xatu knows Ominous Wind, but Masai is not scared of Ominous Wind. Aerial Ace is a concern, just because of the physical defense issue, but I think for Will, because who else would... Hang on. Do I want to put Misty out? U-turn, Psychic. James is more likely to be prepared for what comes next if that Xatu uses U-turn. Alright. So James is going up front. And we're saving. Now again, we do have a level advantage going in here, so... Oh boy. And for anyone who hasn't watched some of my other streams, you may see me saving a lot between fights. Because for whatever reason, my SoulSilver likes to crash. Alright. But we'll see how this goes. Alright. No turning back. Alright, well. See how we're doing here. You're correct that losing is not an option. It is not an option for me. Alright. Here we go. I'll start this off just biting it. Maybe about half, I think. Oh, wow. Am I triggering a heal already? That could be nice. Okay, that did a lot of damage. But I wonder if we can get a damage roll KO here. Not quite. But if that triggers the second heal, it does not. Okay. We are definitely switching. I think we're going with Masai here. Shadow Ball. And we're choice spexed, so... Oh! So close! Now that's gonna hurt. Okay, that didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. But I'm glad we did. But yes, a stab ice punch only did about 30 damage, so I am no longer worried about Zatu's aerial ace at the end. Oh no, yeah, here we go. Keep battling. We're faster. There's a one-shot. Zegitor. We're actually going to switch here just because we can. Because I think Rock's U-turn will be better here. I know exactly the size face there. I think that will kill. Oh no! Okay, what now? What now? What will it have been using? I doubt it would have gone for Hypnosis. It's got Reflect, Egg Bomb, and Psychic otherwise. Reflect, Egg Bomb, Psychic. There's no grass moves to be scared of, and this will lower Egg Bomb's attack if that uses Egg Bomb. It used Reflect. Oh, you're cute. Now the question is he going to heal? He does not. He must only have one, and he burned it on the first Zatu. Alright, now the best way to take down Slowbro here. Honestly, putting it to sleep, I think might be best. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to go Misty. We need to just get rid of it. We just need to get rid of it. I don't want it to start... Because Yawn will give it 2 attacks before anything happens. Alright. Let's... Oh, but it's still not a one-hit kill. Freezing. There's the game freezing. Alright, well... I have to restart the game now. Ugh, fine. So this is probably going to plague the entire Elite Four run. And that's going to be incredibly annoying. It's going to be incredibly annoying. If I can't even finish a fight, that will put a damper on things. SoulSilver, here we go. I have to do the whole thing over again, and we were that close to a pretty darn clean win. Why is the sound not there? Oh, don't tell me... Oh, there we are. Awesome. Now, I would say that, oh, we have a chance to redo and maybe get some of those kills in, but, you know, James and Messiah are already at level cap. There's not much I can change here, so we're just gonna have to do the whole thing over again. All right, Will, let's get this over with. And honestly, yeah, I kind of like that I forced him to burn the heals on his first Pokemon. We'll see if there's any RNG silliness that changes the outcome of this fight. Depending on how consistent the AI is here, we should be able to... Oh, wow, that didn't even get into red that time. Okay, damage roll. Did a little bit more damage that time. It did trigger the heal, though. Alright. And we're back in it now. Jinx, will you switch your Pokemon? Yes, I will. Same as before. We're probably gonna get an Ice Punch. Yep. Yep. Let's just hope we don't get frozen, because that would suck. Thanks, RNG. Well, okay, didn't matter. But this is why we have so many. All right. One hit KO here. Kazatu are pretty frail. Yep, there it goes. And we will switch. Honestly, if it's gonna use Reflect, it's not a big deal, but it used Reflect on Firo. It might have used something else on Girafarig, so we'll just keep it going. We know what works. U-turn. Do we get damage range this time? No, we don't. Back we go. James gets some more experience in here. Intimidate doesn't matter if it's going to use Reflect, which it does. And Reflect ain't going to save you when you're that low on HP. But Reflect is now up, so actually that's a good thing last time when I tried to switch to Masai, because yes. Alright, now here's one thing that I may do differently this time. We are not choice locked at the moment because I think Thunder is 95. Yes, this actually should kill in that case. Because Shadow Ball got us down to the red last time. Come on. Yes! Alrighty. ever so slightly different. Whatever. All right, so now I have to save. Well, experience the true ferocity of the Elite Four. Oh, let's save here so that battle is done. Oh, okay. All right, and now we go into the next room, and I will do the quick research refresher. It's Koga. So Masai should be good for leading off here. The one difference will be he also has a lot of bug types. So that is the one concern, leaving Masai in on to start with. So, because yeah, he leads with Ariados, but Ariados does not know any bug type moves. In fact, none of them know bug type moves. None of them know Ghost or Dark. He does have Fortress, and so this is why we taught Pop's Flamethrower. That will be the one thing there. Otherwise, I think Masai just sweeps. We have to be concerned about Crobat and Muck's physical attacks. So what we're going to do, I'm going to make sure... Let's see. Masai does need a little bit of healing here. But Masai's Psychic should do the trick for the most part. We're actually going to move Psychic to the first move slot. There, let's do that. Let's heal. I don't think we're going to need James much here, so I'm not going to worry about that. Do I have a... Yeah, we got some fresh waters in back here. That'll be enough. And you know what? While we're using them, I'll heal James as well. Just to be thorough. Always gotta save. Let's see here. Actually, I just realized I have not been looking at... There we go. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Battle number 2. Now, we do have to worry a little bit about entry hazards here. But a bunch of my team are flying types, so I can get around them relatively easily. Psychic. Now we're using Stab, so these should all be pretty easy one-hit KOs. Fortress, yup, and we will switch Pops. This is why we brought Pops. One of a few reasons we brought Pops, but this will help. Okay, it does... A Fortress is faster than my Lickitung. Oh, that means Masai's gonna get poisoned when we switch in. Ah, dang. Maybe I should have left the choice. It's gonna be an issue. We do have our full restores. So hopefully this won't punish us too much. Hopefully this won't punish us too much. At least we're not top. Stab choice specs. If this survives, I'll be shocked. And it does not. Now we will start taking poison damage here. Up now. Okay. And hope that it doesn't, like, one-shot us with something. Oh, it's got double team! Okay, we have to just hit through double team. We're not quite fast enough. Okay, we do hit. Crobat's not too bulky, so this should work. It can be bulky. You can make a bulky Crobat. But as Pokemon Go, it's just not super bulky, and it does go down. So, we should be home free at this point. Venomoth can be bulky. But again... And yep, it goes down. Awesome. I think that's it. Yes, it is. 2 down, and we get to heal Masai with a full restore now. Thank you, Koga. That was definitely a test. And I almost... And I slipped up, letting that toxic spikes get in. But we are healthy now. And saving again. I think we've got Bruno next. I forget if... I think Bruno leads off with one of his fighting types. I'm going to check before I actually do this fight here. Alright. Koga, followed by Bruno. Come on, Bulbapedia, please load quickly for me. Heart Gold, SoulSilver, first battle. Yeah, Hitmontop. Now, I do kind of have to be careful here, because since everything I have is a normal type, it's going to take at least neutral from any fighting attack that comes my way. So if I want to kill stuff, I need to make sure that we kill it, you know, confidently. I think Masai will do that. Except obviously with Onix. And for Onix... we can actually do pops. I could put James in there, but I don't want James to get hit with a rock slide. So. Onward. And into the fire here. Perfect for battle. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. And we do have the level advantage as well. We'll see how this goes. Psychic does the trick. James, and James levels up. We love to see it. Hitmonlee. I think we keep battling here. And we're faster still, which is good. And Hitmonlee, I don't think is as bulky as Hitmontop is, so it goes down. Bruno's going to send him a champ. Okay, this is where it's a little scary. I'm wondering if we want to... I don't know. I think we stay in. I was going to say, do we switch to rock and go for fly? But I think... I mean, Machop is physically bulky, so it makes more sense to hit with the special attack. Okay. Now I'm scared of what might have happened if that hadn't crit. We might be in some serious trouble, but we're not. We are not punished. Onyx. Now we switch. We're gonna get Pops in again, because Pops is our special. Hit by a rock slide. Now this thing will obviously be faster than us. It's throwing up a sandstorm. That's fine. It's fine. Because we should be able to take out Hitmonchan in one move next turn, in theory. Yes, yes. So Pops will take a little bit of sandstorm damage here, but that's the only thing sandstorm does to us. Back again to Masai. Fight till you faint. That is. And we're done. All right. Cool. Okay. No right to say anything to face the next challenge. I don't even think we need to heal. We just need to go up and save. And we're facing Karen next, which means our lead is going to be Rock. Because that aerial ace is what we're using against Umbreon. That is the plan, at least. So we're going to save here. Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. Karen, here we come. Now, her team is the most diverse. It's going to be interesting taking her on, especially that Houndoom at the end. But James the Gyarados should very easily handle Houndoom. Now, here's the one scary thing. If Rock goes down before Umbreon does, we don't have a good way. Healing aspect. But if Karen spends her heal on Umbreon, I'm more than happy on that. There you go. All right. Yep. Glad we save between each fight, aren't we? Ugh, very glad. We are very glad. Okay, closing the program. Thank you, RetroArch. All right, let's try this again here. RetroArch, load content, C drive, users, me, documents, Pokemon, SoulSilver. Back in. And the sound is off again for whatever reason. There's the sound. Just have to manually turn it on. That is very weird that it's automatically turning off my sound every time it crashes. Not sure why it's doing that. But that's probably a hint as to why it's crashing. There's some weird thing going on with the audio channels. All right, Karen, let's try this again, shall we? We didn't get very far last time. Let's do this again. For real this time, for real. Now we can already see that Rock is a physical attacker. Rock here Rock's attack where it is. It could be so much better. So much better. Buddy. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. But we've got full restores in our bag. Oh, that did a lot. See, here's the thing. Again, Rock does not like taking hits. Oh, okay. That is time to full restore already. Whether it's hits from himself or that darn payback, that hurts. That hurts. And actually, she's not healing right now. She's not healing right now. A fly. As long as she didn't pick double team right now, we've got a good chance of just making this win. I would love for her to have wasted her own heal on Umbreon, but with double team and confusion, I'm happy taking it down. Alright, so that's that. Murkrow. I'm going to switch. Yes. Who am I switching to? Not Masai. I could go Misty's Ancient Power. I could go Ketsa's Rollout. I'm gonna go to James and see about Ice Fang, I think. I guess the other thing I could have done was stayed in with Rock and then used U-turn. That could have been an interesting strat. But we've lowered Murkrow's attack already, which is nice. Okay, it's faster than James. That hurt. That hurt. Especially with Houndoom there. Oh, that's rough. Alright, we're going to switch. We're going to switch to Ketsa and use Glare. Because I want to get a chance to heal James before sending James back in. Oh, yeah, that nasty plot's going to be nasty. We need to just take this thing out. Okay, it's paralyzed. Let's heal James. See, here's the thing now. That nasty plot, I think it knows Dark Pulse, which none of my team wants to take a nasty plotted Dark Pulse. Now, if it's going to use Flamethrower, this is an excellent opportunity to send James in. Because resisting will essentially cancel out the nasty plot. Oh, no, not a crit! Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is Pokemon. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, used Crunch. Crunch or Flamethrower was fine by me, although I don't like the defense drop. Let's hope Waterfall is a one-hit KO. Because that Houndoom is scary. Okay, it is. We don't have to worry about a full restore. We're not. Vileplume, yes, we will switch. We could go to Rock again. I think I'm going to go to Masai, though. I trust Masai a bit more here. So Vileplume can be bulky, but I think it's more physically bulky than specially. I'm not sure about that, though. I'm sure I'll get people commenting if I'm wrong. I rarely get comments, but if I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll get at least one. And Vileplume is down. Good. Gengar. Actually, yeah, again, keep battling here. And I'm going to be super effective with Psychic. Oh! Oh! Nope. Oh, and I'm choice locked now. Clever, Gengar. Clever. All right, we're going to go for Misty now, because Misty has extra sensory. That's going to hurt. That hurt way too much. It was a crit. Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. It should only do like 40-ish damage normally. And that's assuming it hits. Or it gets the special defense drop, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna look at my team here. I'm not sending Pops in. I could send Masai in and try to go for the Shadow Ball. I could send in James and go for Bite. Now the thing with James is James will be susceptible to a ghost type attack. Although, actually that's a good thought. I can maybe bait out a ghost type attack here by sending in James. And if I do bait the ghost type attack, actually let me check what Gengar's moves. Well, yeah, we're gonna go into Masai now. Because if it uses a ghost type attack, this is a free switch. Spite. Okay. I can take that. Shadow Ball, though. None of these Focus Blasts have missed. None of them. That hits neutrally. Okay. That hurt. Is it a kill? It's not a kill. Now, she hasn't used a heal yet. There's a high chance that she heals here. However, if she uses Focus Blast and it kills me before I go because it's faster, that's just going to... wants to use Focus Blast on Masai, so we're gonna bait that again. Or we're gonna take a Focus Blast with James who actually resists. I don't want James to hit the ghosts, so we're gonna go back to Masai. It didn't. It might be out of Focus Blast now. I think it used 5. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, there's one more. Now the question is, okay, and there's the kill. We just got a low roll last time. Okay, Karen was scary, but we got through her. Ooh. And we didn't have another glitch in the retro arc. Alright, go on. Champion is waiting. So here's where things get interesting. Alright, we're gonna save first before we do our planning here. Oh. All right, so last but certainly not least, we're going to face Lance. So Lance has 4 full restores for this battle. He's leading off with Gyarados, so I want to lead off with Masai and make sure that our Thunderbolt gets the job done. We already know that Gyarados is especially defensive, and we do not have Stab. If you saw my battle with Claire in Blackthorn, we know that this is a tough ask. So, as for everything else, we now need to give Never Melt Ice to James. And the big important thing with dealing with our own James, our own Gyarados, is one of Lance's Dragonites knows Thunder. So we need to bait that one out. We need to know which is which, because taking that Dragonite out, we can't necessarily rely on James to do it. Because Thunder. James survived a Thunder from a Dragonair in the Dragon's Den. I don't think James would survive a Thunder from a Dragonite. So what we're going to do here, first things first, we're going to do a bunch of healing. Where are our hyper potions? Who needs? All right, Ketsa needs hyper. Masai, James, everyone else can use a lemonade or even a fresh water, I think. But Ketsa needed that. Fresh water gives us 50. Who's healed by 50 here? Rock is... I've got 1 fresh water left. It's fine. Pops, you're going to get it. We'll use lemonades on everyone else. Now I need to figure out, is it better to have choice specs on Masai or a magnet? Because I think choice specs is a 20% boost, and I don't know how much the magnet is off the top of my head, so I'm going to look that up. I think it's also 20, but I'm not sure. If they're both 20, I think the magnet's better because that actually gives me some freedom to do other things. All right, choice specs. Bulbapedia, tell me what we're doing here. Oh, a boost. Okay, specs is a boost by 50%, so there's no way magnet comes close to that. A magnet. Yeah, it's only a 20% boost. So choice specs for sure here. Do I need to increase anyone's... Oh, hang on. I need to give the Never Melt Ice James, because that's important here. And yeah, we just need to figure out how to deal with everyone else. I think we're going to do a Quick Claw. You know what? Yeah, Pops, you're getting a Quick Claw. Ketsa. You know what? Ketsa, you're going to get the Citrus Berry. Actually, no, you're not getting the Citrus Berry. Oh, I don't have the paralysis heal. All right, you are getting the Citrus. I was about to say, if we had something to heal paralysis, that would have been... Oh, I don't want to, use it. I want to give it. Rock your sharp beak there. I don't think any other items will really work well. That helps with return, but I like... Messiah first. Alright, here we go. All or nothing now. Obviously, I would love to make this through with no deaths, but we're at the point where it's just time to win. We've made it through the no deaths with all the 4 previous battles, which was the main point for those. Alright. Let's do it, Lance. Gyarados, as we know. Now, a Dragon Dance will be terrifying. The question is, does 4X Choice Specs get over Bulk? It does! Aerodactyl, we're actually going to stay in, I think. Want to see what it does. If it knows Crunch, which I forgot to check, then I'm in trouble. It does know Crunch. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. It doesn't take us out, which is good. Full restores. He's going to use one here. He's got 4 of them, if we recall correctly. So, let's fish for a crit. Now, I think Aerodactyl has pressure, so we're going to run low quickly. Oh, he didn't heal! Oh, dang! Okay, Masai's down. Masai's down. That sucks. Pops! Now, he didn't heal that time, so is he not going to heal now? He doesn't. He's going to go for the flinch. And he gets it. Let's try to surf again. Ha! Quick Claw! Oh, it worked! Oh, I can't believe that worked. I mean, it was designed, like, that's what Quick Claw does. But that was just a whim on my part. Alright, here's a Dragonite. I want to bait the Thunder. Which is a rude thing to say. We need to know if it's the Thunder or the Blizzard. So what I'm going to do here... We are faster. Awesome. Now again, if this was a Thunder... Alright, Ketsa. See what you got, buddy. It's Outrage. Okay. Well, if it's Outrage, it's locked into Outrage, which means if Ketsa goes down, we get a free switch into James. Ketsa does not go down. Which means... Now, another Outrage will kill us, but... we have healing items, and I am not afraid to use them. I will stall you. Because if it gets confused and it hits itself in the face, that also works. Oh, that's... Okay, that's not a crit. It just was a damage roll. It's not confused yet, so it's going all 3 turns, which is frustrating. I still don't know. Hang on, wait, this is the level 50 Dragonite. Is this the Fire Blast one? Hang on a minute. Alright, Ketsa, hang in there. It's confused now. Alright, I want to check something here. Oh, if it was the level 50 and I didn't U-turn into James to begin with, if this is the one that doesn't have Thunder or Blizzard, oh, I'm going to be upset with myself. Okay, let's see. Okay, the level 50 is the Fire Blast one. It also has a Citrus Berry, so it's not great for Ketsa here to use Glare. It's not great, but since it's the Fire Blast one, we actually can just switch safely and get James in. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get the free turn off of it hitting itself in the face. Because if we can, that's awesome. It hurt itself in confusion. Alright, we're getting a switch anyway. And if it's chipping itself down, that's all the better for Ice Fang to make the kill. And now Ketsa is at full health, which is good. Safeguard. It's got Safeguard and a Citrus Berry. And Lance has full restores. And James might level up? He does not. Not quite yet. Dragonite. Yes, we will switch. In Dragonite, do not have a Citrus Berry, and I don't even think they have Safeguard. But oh, the Safeguard is still up. Oh, okay. You're gonna paralyze me? That's fair. I tried to do the same to you. That is fair. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this is the Thunder Dragonite. We want... we're gonna heal. If he happens to use Safeguard this turn, it's gonna suck, but... he is. Okay. Nope, no bag right now. This is our chance to get the glare off. It missed. Awesome. So what is that? That is the third Thunder? Thunder Wave, that's fine. Until it exhausts itself thunders or shows that it's doing something else. Yeah. Is there anything else I can do that's interesting here? Oh, I could switch to Misty and try to go for an Ancient Power. I think Misty will still tank the Thunder okay. Because Misty's got high special defense, and it's not a stab. Alright, we're switching to Misty. We're going to see if we can Ancient Power this thing out. Number 4. Oh, that hurts. Ancient Power right now. Oh, it wasn't enough. That might bring it into the full restore range, which will suck. Kind of figured that was possible, but this should be space for Ice Fang to get in. If he heals, it's just a free Ice Fang. If he doesn't heal, he just goes down. Just goes down, okay. All right, James is at level 50. I'm going to keep battling. Because this Dragonite knows Blizzard, which will hit me neutrally. Thunder Wave will be annoying. But I think we should be okay. Yep. Charizard, if I recall. Let me look. Charizard, Air Slash, Fire Fang, Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw. I don't think I'm too scared of any of those. We're at full health. A water. It's Air Slash. No flinch, no paralysis. It does. James, you are amazing. Okay. Okay. We have another chance at the battle. Maybe we can do it without deaths. Well, I hope anyone watching is getting good entertainment value out. You're getting extra battles in this Elite Four run. I think this is what going to be the 8th total battle. All right. All right. Load content, see users, me, documents, Pokemon, SoulSilver. Here we go. Have to do that whole fight over again now. But I know better about Aerodactyl now. And once again, the game was silent. Oh, okay. But now I also know to watch. If he sends out the level 50 Dragonite, Rock's U-turn is a good way around. All right, let's see here. Thunderbolt! Gyarados. Easy kill. Now we've got Aerodactyl. I'm going to stick to what we did earlier for the most part, although I will start moving things around. If I think I can keep Masai alive. Because now we know... So that crunched this time. Now we know he's going to use a full restore right now. So this is a chance to get another paralysis in. OBS disconnecting. Please don't disconnect OBS. Okay, we're back in. Thunderbolt. Does that. Oh, we got the paralysis! Oh, that makes it so much easier. Thunderbolt. Because last time Lance saw Pops close to... Okay, Charizard's coming in. We're already very different. We do know that James OHKO's Charizard with Waterfall. In theory. It is faster. We'll do a little bit of damage. We get it down. Okay. James is at level 50 now. Dragonite. Now this is probably the Thunder Dragonite, so we're going to see if we can paralyze it with Glare. Fine, fine. Of course, now we're paralyzed, which is not fun. We're paralyzed. Oh! You know, I was just thinking... because I had gotten some defense curls off. So as long as I don't defense curl, or my Gyarados in, once this Dragonite is paralyzed. I don't think will kill us. But I don't want to get crit. Well, actually, the crit would kill us either way, if I recall, because the Citrus just procced. So we're going to Glare again. Okay. So what we're going to do here... Heal... Now we're going to need to hope that Dragon Rush misses, because we do know it's a 2 HKO here. Oh, it's using Thunder now! Dang, okay, so now I can't... The defense argument doesn't work anymore. The defense argument doesn't... Oh! Oh, that's a crit Thunder. And it paralyzed me again. Alright, fine. Be that way. Alright, Lance, you have 4 full restores. So I don't feel bad about using 2 on Ketsup. just have one of your attacks miss? That'd make me happy. Thank you. Okay, there's Thunder Wave again. I just want it paralyzed. And see, right now, I can't safely switch. So what I'm going to do... We're going to try to bait more thunders now. Okay, it doesn't even work. My entire logic is out the window. Now I could use rollout. As long as I'm paralyzed, I don't think it makes sense. Oh, this is just a stall fight. But you know what? I'm not going to be sad about... Unless the game freezes again. Actually, I do need to try to finish it quickly. Alright, Headbutt is in. We're gonna full restore. Let's see if we can actually bait a Thunder Wave again. Actually, no, that's not a good thing. I was gonna say, let's bait a Thunder Wave and we can switch James in, but that's... I would have to heal and then it would want... The opponent would want to use Thunder anyway, so not a smart move. But... Not great. We need to string a couple of them together. It doesn't look like we're going to get to. Unless we keep rolling. Okay, now we're using too many full restores. But I want to get through this without a death. So if we can, like, PP stall all of these thunders out of the way. And get the Ice Fang off. I don't even know how many that is there. Kill it. One. That's but it might. Because it doubles in power. There we go! Alright, and the Thunder Dragonite is down. I'm gonna risk it. That'd be hilarious if true. But we're not gonna risk it. We're down to a Dragonite and... Oh yeah, both Dragonite, I think, at this point. 49 and the 50. Which I think will both go down to single Ice Fangs. Alright. Level 50, level 50. Now this thing has Outrage, and I have not, Oh, I did not get my Intimidate proc off of this. As long as it doesn't... Oko. Whoa, that was close. That was close. But even if I was paralyzed there, I could full restore and then start heal stalling my way to get through, but we did it with no deaths this time. Oh, all right. Now, do not crash on me, game. It crashed on the Sea of Champion, and we got through it. Oh, we're through. We're champions, guys. No deaths. Oh, and here comes Mary for the interview. Yes, Professor Oak. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we got through an entire Johto league run playing a normal monotype Nuzlocke. Well, as we say, monotype-ish. Oh, that Gyarados, though, was clutch. Oh. And Masai. I mean, Girafarig is excellent for the Johto Elite Four. Yeah. Rise of a new league champion, yes. Allow me to register your partners as champions. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Masai, the Girafarig. I'm so glad we got Masai. We had a Girafarig earlier and lost it to a Pursuit. And by Dupe's clause, that after losing it, gave us the opportunity to get another. And we did. Met at Dark Cave. Met at Union Cave. We've got a lot of cave dwellers here. And it's funny, now we actually have the exploits of 2 different versions of the Lance fight. So even though we didn't use Pops the second time around, he got credit for the first one. It's on video. Check out that team. A Dunsparce, a Lickitung, and a Togetic, and a Thero, all in the Elite Four. That is wild to me. And we're saving. Oh. And of course, everyone who knows the Johto games knows there is an entire other half if we want to play it. I hit my goal. We are rolling credits on a normal monotype run. This has been, anyone with me from the beginning will remember my first few attempts. I've never failed a Nuzlocke run before, and then I got wiped by Falkner my first attempt, and then wiped by Bugsy my second attempt. It wasn't until this third one that it stuck, and even then we lost a lot of Pokemon along the way, which is weird for me. And of course then also we've now lost a ton of Pokemon along the way from my Platinum run through as well. And more than half of those were my faults. Just stuff going wrong. But okay, yeah, these two were the problem in my first few attempts at kicks. Ah, y'all. But we did it. Pichu with an egg and a Togepi, and there's Misty with us through to the end. We out-Miltanked the Miltank. I still find that so hilarious. Y'all should go back and watch that if you want to see it. It's gold. Alright, so yeah, this means we're close to finishing the Platinum run as well. All we have left is finishing Victory Road and the Rival, and then Elite Four. So probably 2 playthroughs, 2 more sessions as opposed to just 1 session. Especially because grinding in Platinum has been oddly harder than it was here for SoulSilver. Even with Johto's awful level curve. I think the problem with the Platinum is how we're changing teams so much. But we'll see how that all goes. And then I need to figure out what I'm doing on Mondays again. It's gotta be my Pokemon stuff. Maybe I go back to doing more of my Pokemon likes for Mondays. Because we still need to finish Cassette Beasts. We want to to do the Beastie Ball stuff. What was that new card battler that I just got recently? Montabi, there we go, or Montabi, however you want to pronounce it. That'll be another fun thing to probably put on our Mondays as well. But yeah, Pokemon's always good. I'll come up with some other fun Pokemon challenge to do. Maybe on a Gen 3 or a Gen 4 game, who knows? I'm not sure if I want to try one of the extremely difficult, like, ROM hacks. Kinda do. I'm not sure, though. The end. And yeah, that's the end for Who Wants to Be Normal anyway. As I said, we're not going to do the Kanto half for this because just getting through Lance the first time through was my goal. Oh, a little music box. I don't think I've actually heard this one before, because once the music stops the first time around, I usually just cancel. I want to listen to this one now. I'm always a sucker for video game music. Y'all should know this about me at this point. But yeah, I've never heard this before. I've never sat this far through the credits. I should have. This is nice. I love little music box treatments of other fun songs, especially when they're done well. I wonder, how long does this loop? I'm expecting more to come in, just because my music brain says you start cute and you build, but if it's just the music box thing, it's not going to build. But yeah, so we'll figure out what to do on Mondays for our Pokemon and Pokemon-like stuff once the Platinum Nuzlocke is done. What else? Let's see, this week, what are we doing this week? Wednesday, I will be putting up a new video, a Magic the Gathering Arena deck feature. It's been a while since I've done one of those, and I've got a new one to show off. Friday, what do I want to do Friday? I'll have to figure it out. I still got plenty of games in my backlog to try, so there's always options. I actually have resisted the Steam sale, the Steam summer sale that's going on now, because I know I've got enough in back to worry about. Yeah. Okay, this one just keeps looping. It's very cute. I don't think waiting for it to stop will actually stop, so... yeah, we'll figure out where to go from here, and... yeah, I don't know. It's been a wild ride. I hope people who have ever tuned in to watch have enjoyed it, even with the frustration sometime of the game crashing. But yeah. This is probably one of my most satisfying Nuzlocks that I've done, just because it's out there for me. Most of the other Nuzlocks I've done were just very basic runs, where I still ended up using a lot of Pokemon that I'm used to using, just because of what the catches worked out. But this was creative. This was good. Yeah, let's just keep looping and we'll end it here. Yeah, this one was good. Glad I did it. And... yeah, it's not quite 8, but we'll end there. Let's watch the opening go through. Although you actually probably won't see the full opening at the moment because you don't see both screens. One moment, let me do this for you. We'll watch this and sign off. Oh, I ended it by clicking back on the window. Never mind. I can't do this right. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, that's a good sign as any for me to just stop, isn't it? So yeah, as always, do all the fun YouTube stuff. Hit like if you like the video, ring the bell and subscribe if you want to see more like this. I can't say if you want to see more Who Wants to Be Normal anyway, because that was it. But if you want to see more of my stuff again, always do that. There's a link down in the description to my Ko-fi if you want to support my video game ventures or anything else I do. It's always appreciated. And with that, I will see you guys later. Bye!